What you gonna do when your TPU gets funky as hell? I feel bad for you. Well, listen up, son. I'm there for you. I'm the TPU dude, and I'll see you through. I can pimp that drone so it's shiny and new. What's that, my guy? Red, white, and blue. Coming right up. I got you, dude. Make a lick a high, make a honey ho. Here's the new TPU, and now you're good to go. Go rip that shit, go get in the flow. I'm the TPU dude. Now you know. Started with a tiny whoop flying in the broom, smacking every doorway like a cracky backbone. Props all bent up, motor smelling like doom, but it kept on flying from noon until noon. Girl said, "Hey, you should probably sleep." He said, "One more pack," then it drifted off beat, dreaming about dive gates and the brand new fleet. Woke up buying carbon fiber instead of groceries to eat. Make a lick a high, make a honey ho. Here's the new TPU. Now you're good to go. Go rip that shit, go get it in the flow. I'm the TPU dude. Now you know. 5 years later, now the dude's gone mad. Got filling me stack higher than the money he had. Printer in the kitchen, printer humming in the back. TPU spaghetti monsters attacking every rack. He can hear a loose song from a quarter mile out, and tell what they stick fried just by smelling the smoke cloud. Neighbors hear buzzing and they screaming, they shout, but the dudes in the garage printing mouse by the pound. Make a lick a high, make a hidey ho. Here's the new TPU. Now you're good to go. Go rip that shit, go get in the flow. I'm the TPU dude. Now you know. Now he's slicing custom parts at 2:15. Got antennas, neon green, landing skids and blue. Session cams protected by the magic goo, and every busted quad gets a rebuilt like new. Pilots hit his inbox like my dude, can you? He says send the frame specs, I'll design it for you. Now the whole damn squad like the TPU, and the dude loves pranking just as much as the view. Layer by layer, line by line, turn that busted up drone into something divine. Flexy little bumpers fit so perfectly fine. Now the dude's got 50 printers running all the time. Make a lick a high, make a hidey ho. Here's the new TPU. Now you're good to go. Go rip that shit, go get in the flow. I'm the TPU dude. Now you know. What you gonna do when your TPU gets funky as hell? Don't feel bad, dude. The TPU dude. Coming through for you. Scrolling late night at 2:15. Found a pilot on YouTube trying to make it through. He was ripping pretty good, had a decent little crew, but his drone looked sad with that busted TPU. I leaned back slow, said that just won't do. I'm the TPU dude, and I'm watching you. And I'm watching you. He had zip ties flapping like a flag in the breeze. Cameraman leaning like it's weak in the knees. Antenna hanging sideways, begging help me please. Battery pad peeled up full of grass and dead leaves, but the could fly clean, yeah, he had that flow. Diving through the branches, flying fast and low. I said my guy's got skill, but his plastic's got to go. So I fired up the printer, let the filament roll. Make a lick a high, make a honey ho. Here's the new TPU, now you're good to go. Go rip that shit, go get in the flow. I'm the TPU dude, now you know. on the frame, took a real good look. Check the arm geometry like I'm reading the book. Measured from the footage, made a sketch in the nook. Then I cooked up a mount that the big stores never took. Red, white, and blue, or murder black too. Maybe neon green with a little hot glue hue. I said, nah, this one needs a custom rescue. Made a full damn kit for that YouTube dude. Camera guard, arm bumpers, antenna tuck tight. Battery strap, keep a looking mean in the light. Skids on the bottom so it lands just right. Then I watch the printer sing through the middle of the neck. Like a high, make a honey hole. Here's the new TPU, now you're good to go. Go rip that shit, go get in the flow. I'm the TPU dude, now you know. Now you know. In the baggie with the sticker on top. Broach a quiet look, homie, so I had to make a stop. Dropped it in the mail like a payload drop. Now I'm waiting on the upload for the glow up pop. 3 days later, video went live. Same crazy pilot, same dirty dive. But the drone looked sharp like it wanted to survive. And that ugly little building finally come alive. Comments lit up.
Yo, where'd you get that?
Who made the mount?
Where'd you score that strap?
He said some dude saw my quad and fixed it just like that. Now they all know the name when the plastic looks whack. Make a honey hole. Here's the new TPU, now you're good to go. Oh, rip that shit, go get in the flow. I'm the TPU dude, now you know. So if you're on YouTube and your drone look blue with that title busted, funky TPU. Don't hide that quiet. Let the whole world view. The dude might be watching, and he might pick you. Printed the flex, built the rip. I'm the TPU dude, and I got you, dude. And I got you, dude. Let me tell you how this whole thing grew. How a busted up dude found a brand new view. 8 years back, I was almost through. Had a bottle in my hand and no damn clue. Almost died twice, yeah, that part's true. Looked death in the face, said I ain't coming with you. So I dropped that drink, found something new. Didn't know I'd become the TPU dude. Didn't TPU dude. The first 2 years clean, I was hiding in the grind. World full of Warcraft, trying to quiet my mind. Raids all night, lost track of time. Leveling the character while I rebuild mine. But the screen got heavy and the room felt small. Started wondering if I traded one cage for a wall. I wasn't drinking no more, but I still felt stuck. Like I dodged that hearse, then parked my own damn truck. Needed something real, needed wind in my face. Needed fear, needed focus, needed out of that place. So I went looking around for a brand new view. And the rabbit hole open with the man in the quad crew. Make a honey hole. What's a dude to do? He needs to know. Should I rip that shit? Should I get in the flow? What should I do, dude? I need to know. I need to know. Then I found Orc Grinder on a late night scroll. Laid back style, but it flew with soul. Freestyle line, set the music and flow like the drone had a heartbeat and the world moved slow. I said, what the hell is this magic right here? No bottle, no bottle, no fake ass cheer. Just goggles and static in the sky full of fear. And the tiny little ripper buzzing right by your ear. So I bought millionaires, gold in the tiny Hawk 3. Didn't know what I ordered, but it sounded like me. First pack went sideways, second pack flew, third pack had me singing, dude, this is what I do. Make a honey hole. Now I know what to do, now I'm good to go. I go rip that shit, I get in the flow. I know what to do, dude, now I know. Now I know. Then I live FPV, yeah, I breed that stuff. Slept with prop wash dreams when the day got rough. Every lunch break flying, every paycheck gone. Every dope and field looking like a brand new song. I was smashing in the branches, cartwheeling through grass. Burning through props, burning through cash. Camera mount cracked, antenna the shaky one eye, burn my thumb twice, but I made the thing fly. Smoke in the kitchen wise, too short. ESC screaming like a demon in court. But when that first build on, then the motor spun true. I said, hot damn and hellfire. The dude broke through. Make a lick a high, make a hiney ho. I built this thing, now I'm good to go. I'm ripping this shit, balls deep in the flow. I'ma send a dude, here I go. Here I go. Then I bought a 3D printer, thought I had it all figured. Loaded up some filament and mashed that trigger. First parts came out looking sad and disfigured, like a melted little goblin with the bad liver. Stringing everywhere, lay your lines rough. Mouth's too tight or not tight enough. One was split clean, one would sag and droop. One looked like it printed an alphabet soup. But I kept on learning, they kept slicing that dude. Temp speeds, retraction, and the rack and field tube. Bought a better machine and the prints came through. Red, white, and blue with that buttery chew. Now the parts flex clean and the mouth sit tight. Camera locked in, antenna tucked right. I looked at that bench stack shiny and new and said, well, I'll be damned, I'm the TPU dude. Make a like a high, make a hiney ho. Think I tried TPU, now I'm good to go. I'm printing this shit just in the flow. I'm the TPU dude, now I know. Now I still love flying, still love that view. But the build bench calls when the sky turns blue. There's peace in the printer when the first leg is true. When the busted up quad gets a second life too. I found out making can feel like flight when the part fits perfect at 2 in the night. A little more flex, a little more bite. A camera mouth bone from caffeine to spite. I ain't just celloplastic, I know what it's for. We're scratching on Monday and flying once more with zip ties retired. It's a clean little frame, it's a pilot feeling proud when they show off the name. So I'm printing and ripping and ripping and printing the 8 years clean. And the prop still spinning, almost died twice, but I came back new. Now I'm living wide open as the TPU dude. That's the TPU dude. I bought a quad tonight. I bought a quad tonight. Me and this fresh 5-inch are slinging props tonight. We gonna rip tonight. We gonna rip tonight. Me and all these lipos are taking flight tonight. In one pack, so let me take it slow. Charged the lipos up about an hour ago. Check the screws and straps, fired up the GoPro. Then I saw that perfect gap where I just had to go. Came in low and fast with the throttle pin. Kissed a little branch, but I still leaned in. Prop watch kicked me sideways when the roll began. And the whole damn quad disappeared into a spin. Heard a crack and a smack, then the motor screamed. Goggles went to static like a bad dream. Pulled the headset up, saw the murder scene. My favorite little ripper was a carbon fiber meme. I crashed a quad tonight. I crashed a quad tonight. Me and these broken arms are feeling pain tonight. We feeling pain tonight. We feeling pain tonight. Me and this pile of parts are on the bench tonight. I broke a frame tonight. I bent the shaft tonight. Camera mount is gone and my stack ain't right. We gotta fix tonight. We gotta fight tonight. The TPU dude ain't losing this build tonight. I brought the rig inside and laid it on the mat. One prop was missing and the VTX was flat. Standoffs bent like a hammer drunk, and the TPU looked like it had a case of the funk. Grabbed my driver set, started taking notes. 2 motor wires gone and 1 SC smoke. Receiver hanging loose by a tiny little hole. Frame had a crack right beside the front post. First repair went bad when I forgot the flux. Second one was worse, cost me $40. Third time armed up, but the motors crawled. And better flight said, dude, you wired it wrong. I threw a prop tonight. I threw a prop tonight. Me and flipped the board around, then I flashed again. Map mode 1, but it thought it was 10. Props off, smoke stop, or plug it back in. Now the beeper screams like it wants revenge. Receiver bound clean, but no OSD. Then the camera worked, but had the wicked lean. I sat back quiet and I almost cried. Said wrong damn hobby, but at least I tried. Then the printer in the corner started humming low, like ain't you the dude? You know how this goes. Opened up the slicer, changed that flow, made a brand new mount with the little more throw. I printing parts tonight. I printing parts tonight. Red, white, blue, and flexing. Just right tonight. We gonna rip tonight. We gonna fly tonight. This busted up quad is getting born twice tonight. I tune the quad tonight. I tune the quad tonight. Filters looking clean in the gyros tight. We gonna rip tonight. We gonna climb tonight. The TPU dude might save this build tonight. Bench got loud and the coffee got cold. New arm bolted down and the stack took hold. Mold the screws measured so they missed the calls. No magic smoke this time, just a little hymen oil. Camera guard fresh with the perfect lean. Antenna tucked tight, looking sharp and clean. Battery strap locked and the pads look mean. Little TPU bumpers with the scars at band. Plug it in slow and the tones ring clear. No pop, no puff, no electronic fear. Goggles lit up and the picture came through. I said, there you are, baby, thought I lost you. First have a test, had a drunken drift. Check the props, then I checked the trim. Motor number 4 had been flipped around and shot straight up and flipped straight down. I failed again tonight. I failed again tonight. Me and motor direction had a little fight. We gonna learn tonight. We gonna earn tonight. I'ma rebuild this quad and do it up right. I fixed it up tonight. I fixed it up tonight. Props on correct, motor direction right. We gon' rip tonight. We gon' climb tonight. The TPU dude just won this fight tonight. The next day came around and the sun set low. Took the rebuilt beast where the tall grass grows. Armed it real gentle, let the motors glow. Then I punched that throttle and I let her go. She lifted up clean with a sweet little whine. Rolled through the gap on a perfect line. Hit the same spot where she died before. The same tree line, same gap for sure. This time I floated, then I give it the gas. Split that gap like G-string in the ass. No wobble, no twitch, no broken view. Just a razor thin gap in that tight TPU. I saved a quad tonight. I saved a quad tonight. Me and this resurrected ripper. Flight tonight. I broke it bad tonight, and then I made it right. Rip some pads, lost sleep, but won the fight. We gonna rip tonight. We gonna fly tonight. Printed the flex, built to rip, and feeling alright. Great, printed the flex, I built to rip, and feeling alright. On the TPU Dude. I fell in love with the buzz as I whizzed across the grass. A 5-inch ripper, still a little bit of cash. Goggles on my face, world slid sideways too. One packing and the addiction grew. Then the sticks got smooth and the fear got sweet. Little pop wash shuffle with a tight gap beat. Every tree became a gate, every ditch became a line. Every smokestack whispered, send me one more time. Rip it till the lipos die. Flip it till the Karens cry. Punch it through the blue like the world can't die. But the same old field and the same old view can steal that spark from the TPU dude. So I need that oh no, where did he go? Under that branch, through that gap real low. I need that new view, that true adrenaline move before the burn came knocking on the TPU dude. On the TPU dude. Yeah, first day flying, I was barely in control. Little whoop in the room, bumping walls like a troll. Chair legs slap me, door frame too. Ceiling fan laugh like you ain't no dude. But the first real hover had my heart beat loud like I stole me a seat on a personal cloud. Nose down, nervous, thumbs all wrong. Still felt like magic, like a rip from a bong. Then came the 5-inch with the angry little scream. Carbon fiber fever and the high-speed dream. I hit that first power loop over fresh cut hay. And just like the Mandalorian, I had found the way. Then addiction grew teeth and it chewed my sleep. Cart stayed loaded, but my pockets got weak. One more motor, one more stack, one more frame. Carbon fiber crack. Pops by the 100, screws by the box. Light goes at the ready, prop nuts in my socks. I was flashing stacks late with the clock pushing 2, saying one more go. But I already knew. Lunch break packs in the evening. Weekend plans changed, always charging, always scheming. Family said dinner, I said one more flight. Then came back muddy with the grin about midnight. Cause the buzz got holy when the line went clean. Like a lawn dart angel in a GoPro dream. But the hobby has a hunger and the hunger gets a wide. To the whole damn paycheck takes a quiet shape ride. Rip it to the lipos die. Flip it to the Karen's cry. Punch it through the blue like the world can't die. But the same old field and the same old view can steal that spot from the TPU Dude. So I need that, oh no, where did he go? Under that branch through that gap real low. I need that new view, that true blue move before the burn came knocking on the TPU Dude. Yeah, when I bought it all, there was nothing left to chase. Every shiny little upgrade had already found a place. No magic frame, nothing untried. No secret little motive from the moon's dark side. Truth came knocking with the busted up prop. You ain't getting better cause all you do is fucking shout. Fly more pack, split more trees. Quit blaming gear for your lazy thumb's disease. So I flew every day and I posted every night. Not chasing the crowd, just sharing the fly. One clip here, one dive there, one comment said nice. And I tried not to care, but it felt kinda good when the strangers came through. Like a tiny little crew for the TPU Dude. And then the empty fields started feeling like chores. Same 3 trees were a guide off a bore. Every cool spot with the rail or a wall had a Karen on patrol with the kid ready to call. Sir, you cannot fly there, sir, the things I've seen. Sir, my child is playing at your robot death machine. I said, okay, Karen, sorry, pack the beast to doom away. Cause I ain't trying to argue with the minivan today. We're home early with the backs unripped. Sat alone in the garage, sat there feeling gypped. Dreamed of old flights when the sky was still heaven. Before every crime spot had a posted up Karen. Burnout ain't loud, it don't kick in the door. It just makes your favorite thing feel like one more chore. You stare at the charger, you stare at the sky. You miss wanting to go, but you don't know why. Rip it to the lipos die. Flip it to the Karen's cry. Punch it through the blue like the world can't die. But the same old field and the same old view can steal that spark from the TPU Dude. So I need that, oh no, where did he go? Under that branch through that gap real low. I need that new view, that true blue move before the burn came knocking on the TPU Dude. So I on my TPU Dude. So I shut off the charger and I sat real still with a pile of good gear and a missing thrill. Part 1 ends with the props held still, but the dude ain't done, he just finding the wheel. Bow, 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 bow. Girls light humming, printer sitting cold, choirs on the shelf, looking busted and old. I stared at the pile, and the pile stared too. Like, how much did you spend to get bored, dude? Yeah, dude. Receipts in the drawer like a crime scene stack. Goggles and chargers in a backpack pack. I can't just quit, I can't flake out. I gotta dive that stack till the gremlins fall out. Bring the weird bag, bring the beat bag, bring the late night beta flight tweet bag. Make the prop sing, make the print bed dance. Give this burned out dude one more chance. When the flight feels stale and you lose that tune, find a brand new line through the same old view. Print it to flex, build it to rip. Put a song in the goggles and let that thing zip. I said I spent how much on this airborne mess. New frame still in the box, like an unused pregnancy test. Yeah. Motors with scars, stacks half fried. Props in the bucket like a colorful tide. There was a time I would sprint to fly. Now I check the wind and just shrugged at the sky. That scared me more than a fail-safe dive, cause flying it helped me feel awake and alive. So I hunted for reasons, not parts this time. No card, no checkout, no carbon fiber shine. Needed fresh fuel for the heart, not the frame. Needed some strange to relight the flame. Then AI music busted through the wall like the Kool-Aid man with the RoboCop drawl. I typed TPU, then I typed one line, and the beat came back with the crooked little shine. Suddenly my clips had a reason again. Every dive got a story, every crash got friends. The quiet wasn't just something that I flew, it was part of my story and worth writing down too. Banjo got funky, bass got fat, prop watch rhythm on a hi-hat hat. Burnout looked nervous, then it back from the room, cause the dude found a groove and the groove went boom. Now the field got bigger when the soundtrack hit. Same old gap but a brand new bit. Same old tree, same old ditch, but the edit had teeth and the beat had twitch. Bring the weird back, bring the beat back, bring the late night beta flight tweet back. Make the props sing, make the print bed dance. Give a burned out dude one more chance. When the flight feels stale and you lose that tune, find a brand new line through the same old view. Bring it to flex, build it to rip. Put a song in the goggles and let the thing zip. Now I'm writing jams for the crash and repair, for the zip tie pilots with the crooked cam stare, for the fresh kid flying with the frame half new and some factory plastic that looks chewed through. I know that look cause I wore it too. Busted little build and a broke man view, trying to get smooth with a wallet on fumes. Watching better pilots rip big boy tunes. So I started a thought that got bigger each day. Maybe these songs can point pilots my way. Not to flex like a king, not to act brand new, just to find the ones I can help pull through. So this is the deal from the TPU Dude. Send a little flight clip and your frame type too. Show me the quad, show me the flight, show me what's loose, show me what's tight. If your cam mount wobbles, if your antenna dupes, if your battery strap does backflip loops, if your skids are gone, if your bumpers are sad, if the stock little parts make your good build bad. Maybe I see it, maybe I print, maybe a package gets dropped and sent. No promise, no raffle, no corporate plan, just one weird dude helping pilots who can. The bringer goes brr, the propellers go wind, the slicer draws maps like a treasure line. Layer by layer, the burner gets thin. Every part of the bed lets the fun back in. The hobby came back, but it came back strange. Not from new gear, but from changing the frame. Music and flying, prints and crew, a whole new reason for the TPU Dude. Bring the weird back, bring the beat back, bring the late night beta flight tweak back. Make the props sing, make the print bed dance. Give a burned out dude one more chance. When the flight feels stale and you lose that tune, find a brand new line through the same old view. Bring it to flex, build it to rip. Put a song in the goggles and let that thing zip. So if you're burned out and your pack stay charged and your favorite old field don't feel so large, try one new angle, try one new sound. Try helping somebody get off the ground. Send me the frame, send me the view. Maybe the dude can come through for you. No shame in the smoke, no shame in the blues. Even the spark gets tired too. Bring it to flex, built to rip. The beat brought me back, I'm the TPU Dude. He was just a kid with a sky full of dreams. Now he watches tree lines through thermal screens. Never asked for medals, never asked for war. But when the orcs came knocking, he answered the door. dust on his boots from a summer road. Had the mother's prayer and the father's old coat. Had the girl back home with the ribbon in her hair. Had the whole damn life waiting somewhere out there. He knew the sound of rain on 10. Knew the river bends where the fish rolled in. Knew the church bell ringing at the edge of town before artillery taught him a different sound. Nobody asked him if he wanted to fight. Nobody asked if his soul was right. They just crossed the line with their flags and guns and turned young men into fatherless sons. So we packed up fear in a canvas sack, put a patch on his sleeve and never looked back. A child of peace with a soldier's stare, learning how to breathe through smoke-filled air. And the old world watched while the black earth burned, but the boys stood up and they invader learned. There are fields you can take, there are towns you can claim, and there's one young heart that becomes a flame. They call him the Orc Grinder, eyes in the storm. 10-inch props where the vengeance is born. FPV shrieking through smoke and black. They come in waves, but they don't come back. Orc Grinder, no crown, no throne, just a young man guarding the shattered home. He gave up peace when the first shells fell. Now he flies through the haze with a payload from hell. With payload from hell. From the tree line came the anthem. Hungry mouths and hollow pride. Wave after wave through the mud and snow, chasing orders from men they never know. We saw them move like shadows in the rain, across the fields where we once knew brain. And every shell hole, every burned out frame, put another coal in his chest aflame. RPG rounds stacked in the dirt, brothers are beside him, bleeding and hurt. Radios whispering, grid lines low, while the morning fog hugged the valley below. He was not cruel and he was not blind. He still carried mercy somewhere in his mind, but mercy gets heavy when the Z columns roll and the enemy likes to shovel coal. So the strike drone rolls from a farmer's field, a small black cross with the motor squeal. And somewhere above that ruined land, the boy became thunder with a steady hand. He did not cheer when the white screen flashed. He just closed his eyes while the signal crashed. Then he loaded again with a face like stone, cause the next wave came and they were not alone. They called him the Orc Grinder, eyes in the stone. 10-inch props where the vengeance is born. FPV shrieking through smoke and black. They come in waves, but they don't come back. Orc Grinder, no crown, no throne, just a young man guarding a shattered home. He gave up peace when the first shells fell. Now he flies through the haze with the payload from hell. The wind knew his name, the trenches knew his boots, the trees knew the tremble he sent through their roots. He wanted a wedding, he wanted a farm, not blood on his jacket and frost on his arms. He wanted old songs in the porch like glow, not mats full of red and names carved in snow. But history don't knock when it comes at the door. It kicks through the frame and demands something more. So he gave up sleep and he gave up spring, gave up the sound of ordinary things, gave up tomorrow to purchase the day for the children behind them still learning to play. The commander saw numbers, the world saw a line, but God saw a boy running out of time. He launched from the mud with his jaw clenched tight, turning cheap little props into depth of first light. And the orcs kept coming through smoke, frost, and fear, but they kept on grinding, it would never come near. One fell in silence, one burned in flame, one in the paint mist. In another man's game, still he carried no pleasure, no joy in his task, just the weight of all of Ukraine riding on his back. Because war is a furnace that eats what it can and leaves either ashes or a heart of man. He was forced into battle but chose where he'd stand with the drone in the haze, a radio in his hands. They call him the Orc Grinder, eyes in the storm. 10-inch props where the vengeance is born. FPV shrieking through smoke and black. They come in waves, but they don't come back. Orc Grinder, no crown, no throne, just a young man guarding a shattered home. He gave up peace when the first shells fell. Now he flies through the haze with the payload from hell. Somewhere above, his mother still lights one flame. Somewhere above, his father still speaks his name. Somewhere, someday, the wheat will rise again. From the mud, from the blood, from the rain. And when the blue sky eventually breaks through smoke, when the bells ring free again in the town's orcs boat, they bellowed the boy who refused to run, who became an Orc Grinder till the job was done. Yeah. Yeah, for the bench rats, soda smoke addicts, prop bit frame splitting. One more, build bad habits. Started in the sky, grew on the ground. The printer hums low, motor spin loud. Printed the flicks, built it to rip. Crash it in the cornfield, fix it with a zip. Burn a little soda, learn a little trick. Printed the flex, build it to rip. From bench to bando, from box to blip. Printed the flex, build it to rip. Started buying them fly, wide-eyed sky high. Thumbs too stiff, but the dream wouldn't die. Saw them boys online throwing quads through trees like physics itself was suggestions. Please had that 5-inch NASCAR in the green full of trouble. First pack went smooth, second pack saw rubble. Kissed the branch sideways, cartwheel through gravel. 3 props missing and the screw and the travel. Then the fun that thing hit when the quad came apart. A spark in the rig lit a flame in his heart. He thought flight was the drug, the rush and the sound, till he sat at the bench with the pieces laid out. One arm bent back, one leg pulled loose, one antenna chewed like a dog got loose. Instead of getting mad at the damage and dust, he said, wait a minute, I can fix this stuff. Then the iron got hot and the night got deep. Blue smoke curling while the house went to sleep. Flux on the pad, wire in the clip. That's when the dude learned to build is the trip. Printed the flips, built the rip. Crash it in a cornfield, fix it with the zip. Burn a little soda, learn a little trick. Printed the flex, build it to rip. From bench to bando, from box to blip. Printed the flex, build it to rip. First soda joint ugly like a bug got smashed. Cold as a smoking with the shiny trash flash. Too much heat, then not enough. Pad look rough, like it caught his bluff. He bridged 2 pins, blew 1 fuse. Said words that can melt a Sunday school pew. Watched 12 tutorials at 2:15 with black wire, burned fingers, and some scorched TPU. Every little failure had a lesson inside. Every crooked joint had a reason it lied. And the tip and the wire, heat the pad, don't fight. A clean little puddle shines pretty in the light. Then one night it clicked like a fresh XT. Red to the plus, black where black should be. Motor spun true, board lit green. A little 5-inch beast came alive on the screen. He leaned back proud with the grin on his face, like he built a dragon in a 2-car space. And the printer went brrr in the corner all night, making GoPro mounts for tomorrow's first flight. Bumpers and skids, little guards for the grill. That's when the dude knew the build is the trip. Printed the flex, built it to rip. Crash it in a cornfield, fix it with the zip. Burn a little soda, learn a little trick. Printed the flex, build it to rip. Printed the flex, build it to rip. Tune it till it dances when you feather that stick. From bench to bando, from box to blip. Printed the flex, build it to rip. Now the bench got bins and the bins got labels. Props on shelves and frames on tables. Heat shrink, sword, straps and stacks. A drawer full of screws that ain't never coming back. A charger on the left with the storage charge sermon. Smoke stopper sitting there ready for the sermon. The printer lays lines like a funky bass wall. Layer by layer with the mechanical talk. TPU smooth with a little bit of squish. Flexible enough to survive one more wish. Camera mount leaning at the perfect degree. Battery pack grip and so the pack don't slip. Custom little solution for a freestyle trip. Tiny invention for a 5-inch grip. Somewhere between the first crash and now, the dude found peace and figuring out how to wire it cleaner, how to make it lighter, how to print it tougher, how to tune it tighter, how to turn the busted frame in a rainy day mood. And the one more reason he's the TPU dude. Flying his freedom, no doubt, no lie. At first clean gap, still punches the sky. But building is magic with the sober kind of grin. A quiet little victory before the prop spin. It's the hum of the printer, the click of the grip, fresh soda smell, and the bench light squint. It's a problem, a puzzle, a fix, then a test. The bird from ashes with his name on his chest. Not just repair, not just gear, turning I can't into watch this here. Print that mount, flex that frame, whip that pack, earn that name. Dim that lid, tighten that stack. Sing it too hard, then bring it back. Rock got chip, motor got skip, arm got cracked, dog bone rip. Bench light on, the late night trip. Printed to flex, build it to rip. Printed to flex, build it to rip. Crash it in the corner. cornfield, fix it with the zip. Burn a little soul to learn a little trick. Print it to flex, build it to rip. From bench to bando, from box to blip. Print it to flex, build it to rip. Build it to rip. Print it to flex. Build it to rip. Started binding fly, sold to smoke addicts, prop bid frame splitting, one more bill, bad habits. Started in the sky, grew on the ground, printer hums low motors, spin loud. Print it to flex, build it to rip. Crash it in the cornfield, fix it with the zip. Burn a little soda, learn a little trick. Print it to flex, build it to rip. From bench to bando, from box to blip. Print it to flex, build it to rip. Started binding fly, wide-eyed sky high. Thumbs too stiff, but the dream wouldn't die. I saw them boys online throwing quads through the trees like physics itself with suggestions, please. Had the 5-inch Nazgul and the grin full of trouble. First pack went smooth, second pack saw rubble. Kissed the brain sideways, cartwheel to grab up. 3 pops missing, and the scoop when the travel. Then the funny thing hit when the quad came apart. The spark came direct, lit the flame in his heart. They thought fight was the drug, the rush, and the sand. Till he sat at the bench with the pieces laid out. One arm bent back, one leg pulled loose, one antenna chewed like a dog got loose. Instead of getting mad at the damage and dust, he said, wait a minute, I can fix this stuff. Then the iron got hot and the night got deep. Blue smoke curling while the house went to sleep. Flux on the pad, wire in the clip. That's when the dude learned the build is the trick. Print it to flex, build it to rip. Crash it in the cornfield, fix it with the zip. Burn a little soda, learn a little trick. Print it to flex, build it to rip. From bench to bando, from box to blip. Print it to flex, build it to rip. The first soda joint, ugly like a bug, got smashed. Cold as a snow cone with the shining trash flash. Too much heat, then not enough. Bad look rough, like it called his bluff. He bridged 2 pins, blew 1 fuse, said son at the blip. And bring it to flex for the bench. This goes out to every pilot who said it'll probably be fine. Then turned a spicy pillow into a 5-inch crime. You got the puffy pack sag, the voltage drag. Why's my quad falling like a wet trash bag? It didn't storage charge, now it ain't living large, looking like a hot dog left out in the yard. You got the puffy pack sag, the lipo lag, the one more rip with the thermal flag. Seals out of whack, now it won't bounce back. That's a belly full of bad in the battery sack. He bought a fresh 6-pack, all shiny and new. Said I'll treat these better than I used to do. Then he flew too hard, brought 3 back flat, left 4 fully charged by a heater mat. 1 in the truck, 1 under the seat, 1 by the iron cooking in the heat, 1 on the bench with the prop and the screw and the note to himself that said charge these 2. But life got busy, the garage got cluttered, the charger got dusted, the straps got rubber. The week went by, then 2, then 4. Should've chucked them out, but they thought they had more. He poked 1 once just to be sure. That's a bad life choice, so we're Darwin awarded. His real soft, like I knew his name. Said, brother, I'm one hot landing from a chemical flame. Sales don't lie, boy, sales keep score. You can't sweet talk math by pretending there's a law. IR getting high, punch outs getting weak. Now the whole flight line knows your skills are meek. You got the puffy pack sag, the voltage drag. Now why's my quad falling like a wet trash bag? You didn't storage charge, now it ain't living large, looking like a hot dog left out in the yard. You got the puffy pack sag, the lipo lag, the one more rip with the thermal flag. Sales out of whack, now I won't bounce back. That's a belly full of bad in the battery sack. He plugged it in clean, heard the charger beep. Cell 1 said ready, cell 2 said sleep, cell 3 said maybe, cell 4 said now, cell 5 got weird, and cell 6 all got. He said close enough, I ain't here for math. Then on that quad on a gravel path, props spun up with a wounded whirl like a cheap chainsaw in the hands of a girl. First punch out, weak, first roll slow. OSB screaming, bro, where'd the volts go? Throttle went full, but the bird went limp like a wet French fry with the carbon fiber limp. He tried to power loop over that tree, but the battery sagged to a hard 1-3. Quad said then it dropped like a brick into last year's leaves in the mystery slick. He walked through thorns with a shamefaced grin, got sap on his hack and regret on his shin. Found that pack hanging by a shredded strap, still puffed up proud like I meant to do that. Don't blame the tune-up, don't blame Better Fly, don't blame the firmware you flashed last night, don't blame the props or the camera tilt. That swollen little loaf is the house you built. You got the Puffy pack sag, the boat is dragged. Why's my quad falling like a wet trash bag? You didn't storage charge, now it ain't living large, looking like a hot dog left out in the yard. You got the Puffy pack sag, the lipo leg, one more rib with the thermal flag. Sails out of whack, now it won't bounce back. That's a belly full of bad in the battery sag. Everybody knows one guy got the spot with the tackle box full of electrical rock. He got packs from the year 2016 like holy artifacts from Lane was green. He says they still rip, but we know that's crap. They sag on the bench with no goggle strap. He balanced charges like once per month and stores him charged since mid-June. He lands a 12-22 like us, not too low, then wonders why the sales got a funeral high glow. He leaves them in the van when the blacktop cooks, then posting the group, are these safe? Please look. That thing looks haunted, like a cursed rabbit doling. Nobody want it, like a possum pouch full of lithium beans, like a gas station burrito with expanding seams. Storage charge, don't overdrain, don't bake them dry, don't soak them in rain. Check the sales, check the leads, check for dents, cut, smoke, and needs. Charge them right, let them cool, don't be the fireball, let the flight line school. If it smells like trouble, if it swells like gold, that's your battery betting you let it go. FPV ain't cheap, but a house costs more than a lipo nap on the plywood floor. So bag that pack, use half a brain, and save the spicy for the barbecue flame. You got the Puffy pack sag, the volt is drained. Why's my quad falling like a wet trash bag? You didn't storage charge, now it ain't living large. Looking like a hot dog lift out in the yard. You got the Puffy pack sag, the lipo lag, the one more rip with the thermal flag. Sails out of whack, now it won't bounce back. It's a belly full of bad in the battery sag. Listen up, little ripper, don't act all confused. When you saggy little sausage catches fire and turns to goo, the TPU Dude came to state one fact: treat your lipos right, or the puff will attack. Yeah, I had a quad one time, fresh off the bench with a brand new shine. Motors all clean and the tune felt fine. Little 5-inch beast with the wicked climb. But the sky got strange and the wind got wild. The drone looked back like a runaway child. I said, hold up now, don't you play that way. But that bird had plans and it flew away. And then it flew away. Up a pack at the 1:15, sun setting high like a big gold moon. Props all tight and the stack look tuned. Fresh little rip about to sing that tune. Set it on the grass, hit record on the cam. Check my goggles twice with the radio in hand. RSS, I look good, GPS said damn. But I didn't have a beeper and I didn't have a plan on that quad. And the motors went wide, punched it up clean on a perfect line. Then it twitched real weird at the top of the climb, like it heard freedom call from the county line. It went zip, zip, zoom through the blue sky. Little carbon bird said bye, bye, bye. I said come back home, but it would not obey. That's the fucking little story of the one that got away. It went left, left, right, then it rolled real smooth. It did a little flip like it had something to prove. I said please don't go, but it had nothing to say. Just a pop watch kiss from the one that got away. I flipped angle mode, then I flipped acro too. Hit turtle mode twice, like what's wrong with you? Radio kept beeping and my face turned blue. That drone had a mission and I had no clue. Video got snowy, then it cleared back nice. Saw a water tower and the cornfield twice. Then the OSD blinked like it rolled the dice. Battery sag low, but the view looked nice. I was jogging through weeds with my goggles half on. Tripped on the root and my left shoe gone. Neighbors all staring like this dude too drawn. Yelling at the clouds with the controller on. Zip, zip, zoom through the blue sky. Little carbon bird said bye, bye, bye. I said come got away. It went high, high, low, then they cruise real clean. Past the dust of your barn in the palm peak green. I said laying right there, but they chose Broadway just to stack in the song. Was the one that got away. Last thing I saw was a railroad track, then the big old tree and the digital smack. Screen went black and the sound went crack. Then my heart fell out like a busted backpack. I stood there froze with the sticks in my hand, like a sad little captain with no ship to command. Check the DVR, tried the map, then land, but every tree looked the same and the grass looked bland. Walked 3 whole miles through birds and heat, sweat in my eyes and mud on my feet. Found a prop in the ditch, found a random cleat, found a possum skull grinning like it knew defeat. It went zip, zip, zoom through the blue, blue sky. Little carbon bird said bye, bye, bye. I said come back home, but it would not obey. That's the funky little story of the one that got away. It went beep, beep, gone with the low cell cry. Somewhere out there with the lost quiet lie. I said say my name, but it flew astray. Now I pull one out for the one that got away. Maybe it found a tree, maybe it found a roof, maybe it joined the flock and it's living aloof. Maybe some farmer found it by the old grain bin, said what in the hell, and then plugged it in. Maybe it still flies when the moon gets bright, ripping through the clouds in the dead of night. No pilot, no rules, no fail-safe chain, just a ghost squad humming down a country lane. Now I label my packs and I run that buzzer, GPS SQ2, cause I learned my lesson, brother. No more blind trust in the windy little hover, no more cheap receiver from an unknown mother. But sometimes late night when the printers all hum, I swear I hear props from where that thing run. A little bit of rap from the dark side sun, like it's out there laughing and still having fun. So I built me another with a brighter LED, fresh TPU mounts and a better VTX feed. But it ain't quite the same, no it ain't that speed. Some quads got a soul, some quads got need. It went zip, zip, zoom through the blue, blue sky. Little carbon bird said bye, bye, bye. Said come back home, but it would not obey. That's the funky little story of the one that got away. It went rip, rip, run on a runaway groove. Did one last roll and a smooth little move. I said you broke my heart, but I respect that play. Rest in the weed. It's the one that got away. If you see a lost squad with a red zip tie, little busted can, and the wild looking eye. Don't be scared now, don't make it pay. Just tell the little dude I still missing the day. It was built to rip, but it chose the straight one. Bad fail safe and it flew my way.